Okay. This one?
The one for theorem 2. The one you
Okay, okay.
drew again.
এইটা না, these are the theorems. Did
So
I
the
draw?
graph of this.
See, you have a concave function. This is u, this is v. So this is m, this is n. Okay. So we have a function y equal to fx, and this is concave. So by the definition of concavity, I'm not going into this. Will I go into this? Explain this.
So
No, sir,
actually,
it's
in the
okay.
previous one, the last class, you told like you have written let f of u is less than equal to f of v, but in the graph you showed that f of u is greater than equal to f of v in the graph. I mean, you replace. I guess you displaced them u and v in the last class.
Okay, yeah, it may be possible.
Yeah, because in the last class, that graph was drawn as decreasing function. This is increasing
Yes, sir.
function graph.
ইয়েস স্যার।
মানে এরকম করে করেছিলাম।
হ্যাঁ
Yes.
স্যার, হ্যাঁ
Yes,
এরকম
sir.
ছিল গ্রাফটা স্যার।
Okay, okay, okay. But is this clear?
Yes, sir, it is clear
Yes,
now.
sir. It is clear.
Okay. So the first theorem, theorem 1, linearity, that if you have a linear, no, sorry, this is the first theorem is not linearity. It's that if fx is quasi-concave, then if you multiply by minus 1, minus fx will be quasi-convex and vice versa. Okay, now quasi-concavity implies fv greater than equal to fu. If you start from this, then this implies that f of theta u plus 1 minus theta v is greater than equal to fu. This is the definition of quasi-concavity. Okay, if this holds, we have this. Okay, now let us multiply by minus 1. And remember that multiplying by minus 1 means the sign will get reversed. So instead of greater than it becomes less than equal to. Similarly, here also greater than becomes less than. Okay. Okay, now we just use a shorthand. We write minus fx as g equal to gx. So minus fv will be simply gv. This will be gu, right? Over here, instead of f minus f, we write g. Here also g. Okay. Now, if you look at this is the definition of quasi-convexity. Okay, this is the definition of quasi-convexity. See, quasi-concavity implies it should be greater than the maximum amount, greater than the minimum amount. Quasi-concavity will be, this term will be less than the maximum amount. So what is the maximum amount over here? It is GU. So G of this theta expression is less than equal to GU. This is the definition of quasi-convexity. So therefore, if you multiply by -1 or take the negative of a function, the function will become, instead of quasi-concave, it will become quasi-convex. If you start off with a quasi-convex function, it will become quasi-concave. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. May I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir. I have noted.
Just 1 minute. So thank you, sir. Now you can just proceed.
Okay. Theorem 3, which is about a linear function. So suppose you have a linear function y equal to fx, then this is both quasi-concave and quasi-convex. Okay. Remember, we are only talking about quasi-concavity or quasi-convexity, not a strict definition. Okay. So we have a linear function y equal to fx. By definition of concavity or convexity, whatever we want, we have this definition. This will be equal to. This is u, this is v, and if we take a point like this, okay, all the functional values is the same. Okay.
Sir, what is that you have written in the third line, sir? Sir, it is theta into fu. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Theta
Okay.
into fu. Okay. So now let us take fv equal to fu. Okay, when u is less than v. Fu, now from this definition, fu is equal to fv. Just 1 second, please. Achha. Okay. So in that case, if we take the functional value of this, see, if you take over here, I've just left out one term. If I put in fu over here, fu is equal to fv. So theta into fu plus 1 minus theta into fu. What do I get? I'm getting fu. Or if I put fv over here, okay, so this term is equal to both fu and fv, right? So we can write like in this form. Now, this part corresponds to the definition of quasi-concavity. And this part, this condition corresponds to the definition of quasi-convex. Okay, in both cases it is weak quasi-concave, weak quasi-convex. So therefore, a linear function will be both, it satisfies the properties of both weak quasi-concavity and weak quasi-convexity. So a linear function is both weakly quasi-concave, weakly quasi-convex. Okay?
Sir, can you revert to the last slide once, sir? I haven't. Yeah, sir. The last 2 lines I just noted.
আচ্ছা এইটা কিন্তু কোনো কিছু নাই, দিস ইজ জাস্ট আ স্ক্র্যাচ।
Sir, in the second last line, sir, theta dot fu plus 1 minus theta dot fv or theta dot fu plus 1 minus theta dot fu, sir, এটা
See, I'm just writing this equation, okay?
yeah, sir.
Acha. Then, since I have fu equal to fv, I'm substituting fu over here
আচ্ছা, okay, sir.
in this line. And in this line, I'm substituting fv over here.
Oh, I see. I got it, sir.
Okay. I'm moving
Yes,
to the
I'm noting
next
it down,
slide.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acha, I think you're already acquainted with these terms. Total
Sir, can you
average.
please show the last page? I need to see the last line.
Yeah.
Sir, what have you done? This part, like you've given an arrow, so if you equals a V, that arrow, what is that arrow part? Sir, down, like,
Huh.
yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that in this first line, I'm making this substitution over here. Instead of fu, fv, I'm writing fu. এখানে দেখো fu লিখে দিয়েছি।
Oh, you substituted it, that's why. Instead of
Yeah,
F, you're
yeah.
writing V.
Yeah. And after that, in the second line, so this is the first line. And in the second line, I have substituted fv over here. I've kept fv, but in place of fu, I've put in fv. প্রথম লাইনে this is the substitution, second line, this is the substitution.
Yeah, now it is understandable.
Okay. Okay, now I think you already know these concepts that total revenue is simply price into quantity. Average revenue is total revenue by quantity. Remember this, it is not price, it is quantity. And marginal revenue, although we will not require this definition now, it is, sorry, I made a mistake over here, I put in del dtr by dq. Similarly, TC is the total cost. We write it like this. Average cost is this total cost by quantity. Marginal cost is DTC by DQ. Okay, so be careful. In the earlier batch, quite a few made this mistake. Instead of saying divide by Q, they said divide by L or inputs. That is not true. However, if you are looking at production, okay, there also we have total production, okay. Now, when I'm just saying average product, I have to define what average product is. Sorry. average product with respect to what? Okay, so APL is total product by labor, average product of capital is total product by capital. Similarly, when I'm talking about marginal product, it will be like this. Oh, so sorry, the problem was over here. The earlier batch said that average product is total product by quantity. Can you tell me what is the mistake over here?
Sir, what you told, sir? Average product is total product by quantity.
আমি বলিনি, এটা লাস্ট ইয়ার কয়েকজন উত্তর দিয়েছে আইএতে।
আচ্ছা।
সো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য প্রবলেম উইথ দিস ডেফিনিশন, আর দে কারেক্ট? দেখো এখানে তো আমি কিউ দিয়ে ভাগ করেছি, আই
হ্যাঁ,
ডিভাইডেড বাই কিউ।
Yes, sir.
সো শুড আই ডিভাইড বাই কিউ ওভার হিয়ার অলসো?
Sir, revenue is related to quantity, but production is related to the inputs. That's why we can't use quantity in production.
No. What is the total product? This is also Q. So basically what I'm doing is I'm dividing Q by Q,
Yes, sir, that's why.
which will always be 1.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is not the correct definition. So when you are defining total cost or total revenue, then you can say that average revenue or average cost is total revenue by output. But in case of production, you have to say total product by or output by either labor or by capital. Okay.
Sir, can you show the last page once?
So this is wrong.
Sir, one thing. Sir, just can you just what you told, sir? Average product. If we try to calculate the average product in terms of the entire production, then it will always be 1, sir, because you showed it, sir. Q by Q is 1.
Yeah.
Sir, but when we are going to do this thing for in terms of labor, like is it so? Like we are dividing the total product per unit labor hour or whatever be the unit of labor. Is it like that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Then that was only the doubt, sir. Actually, okay.
Yeah. I mean, just I'm giving an example. Suppose this is your production function. So this will be and if I divide this APL, I'm going to get a constant average product curve. Okay. But if I do this total product by quantity, this will mean 10 by 10. 20 by 20. It is meaningless, right? So don't do this. So over here, the average product is constant, but you can also think of a function like this. So L, let us just take 3 points. 1, this will be 10. This is how much? 40. This is 3 into 3, 9. This is 90. So 10, 20, 30. It's increasing. Okay. Or you can think of another total product curve like this. Okay, so there are different variations. Okay. Okay, now in our undergraduate section, we have got about 120 students currently enrolled. Okay. Now, you know that when the university opens, then there's going to be the canteen will not be open immediately because there will be too much mixing. COVID protocols will it will not be possible to maintain COVID protocols. So what the university has decided is that you can place orders. So every day you will place orders, and the amount will be provided in the classroom. Okay, so I mean obviously you will have to buy them, but it will come directly to the classroom. Now suppose the university says that okay, we are going to sell sandwiches. Okay. Now if the price is 0, then every student will want 2 sandwich. If the price is sorry, it's a mistake. If the price is 4, you're going to bring your own lunch. Okay. So the first question is, what is the demand curve? Assume that it is linear. বার করো এটা কত হবে? Graphically, what do we get? If price is 0, what will be the demand?
2.
Not 2. Every student wants 2 sandwiches.
So sir, 240.
240.
Total market demand will be.
It is 240. And if the price is 4,
So then 0.
okay. So if you assume a linear demand curve, the
Just we need to
demand,
join these 2 points.
yeah. Okay, now find the equation for this demand curve. And then tell me what is the demand when price is 3.99.
Sir, when the price will be 399.
Yes.
Sir, then nobody will buy it, no?
Okay. Okay, tell me what is the demand curve?
Oh, acha, sir, demand. Oh, just a moment, sir. I'm telling, sir. P by 4 plus 40 equal to 1 intersection. আচ্ছা এখানে 39 sorry what it was 3.99 or 399
3.99.
oh 3.99 I saw it 399 oh no then there will be okay so just a moment sir I'm calculating and sir the demand is coming sir 0.6
No, first tell me what is the demand curve.
demand curve acha demand curve is sir 60 p plus q equal to 240
60.
p
Yes.
হ্যাঁ plus q equal to 240 sir I did it in the way p by 4 plus q by 240 equal to 1 in the intercept form then I simplified it
Okay. 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 Just hold on for a minute, please. Okay. How did you get this equation?
sir sir intercept form sir p by 4 plus q by 240 equal to 1
Sorry, intercept form. You
yes
mean
sir
y equal to mx plus c?
no sir x by a plus y by b equal to 1 where a and b are the x intercepts and the y
Oh, xa by
intercept
xb equal to 1.
হ্যাঁ this
Okay.
way
Okay.
sir
Okay. Sorry, this will be y. Okay, it's fine. You're getting this equation, but this is what we call an implicit function. Okay. We don't write demand functions like this. We write demand functions like this. The quantity demanded is a function of price. Or if you want, you can inverse it also. I think ma'am has taught you the Walrasian and Marshallian equilibriums.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in case of Marshall, which is the Marshallian function, which is the Walrasian function? Both are demand functions. So this is a Walrasian function. Quantity is a function of price. The Marshallian function is price as a function of quantity. Okay. So tell me, what is this function? Is it a Marshallian function or a Walrasian function?
Sir, Walrasian.
Walrasian sir
Okay. And if we write it in this form, if you want to make it in a Marshallian form, what will be the demand function?
P equal to 240 minus Q by 60. মানে 4 minus yes sir.
Okay. Okay, now let us use the Walrasian form. Achha, if I use the Walrasian form, then what is total revenue?
So,
Yes,
so how did that 60 come?
it's simply this way. We had 60p plus q equal to 240, right?
Yes sir.
So 60p is equal to 240 minus q, or p is equal to 240 by 60, which is 4. I'm just
Oh, yes, I
dividing
got
by
it.
60. Okay. Now tell me that we have a linear demand function. Will the total revenue curve also be linear?
Yes sir, just tell me what you told sir, the total revenue curve.
Yes. Will this also be linear?
Sir, may not be. I mean, I don't know, sir, actually.
Yeah, so find out in this case what will happen. So you have q equal to 240 minus 6p.
So, no, sir, it won't be linear, sir. Because q equal to this one. Now, if we multiply both sides with p, that is pq equal to 240p minus 60p square, then it is not a linear one. No? P square is coming.
So this is a quadratic. It is a polynomial of power 2. What will be the average revenue?
So, tr by q, if it is, then it will again come to the p only. P, average revenue, sir. Yes, sir, pq by
Sorry, at a q hub.
q
This will be
হবে।
q.
No, sir, that will be Q. Like 240 P by Q.
Corrected. So p. And p is equal to, I think it was 4 minus. Okay. So actually the average, this form of the function, see, the problem with the Walrasian function is you can't really divide this by q. Okay. This is total revenue. You are dividing by q. Now what is q? It doesn't really help you, but if you go for the Marshallian type, you will find that it is easier to work out. But I mean, the answer will be the same. It will be 4 minus 1 by 60 q. You are going to get the demand curve. So average revenue and demand curve is the same. Okay. Okay. And marginal revenue, I'm not interested. Okay. The second question is, it's a different altogether a different question, that you have a firm and the average cost is okay. Price is constant and it is 10 per unit. What is the break-even output level? Do you know what is a break-even output level?
So total cost equals to total revenue.
Very good. So that profit is 0. Okay. So if we divide both sides by Q, what do we get? So if I divide by Q, what will I get?
The P.
And if I divide total cost by quantity, what will I get?
Sir, average cost.
Average cost. Okay. So now find out what is the average cost over here. Sorry, find out a break-even point over here, break-even output level. Yes? Tell me what the process is to find out the break-even output level. কি হলো, সবাই থুম মেরে গেলে কেন? এখান থেকেই তো আমরা পেয়ে যাচ্ছি।
লিখে করছিলাম আর কি। ঠিক আছে স্যার, উই আন্ডারস্টুড স্যার।
So actually you will see there's a problem over here. There's an error in this book. I think this should have been সেখানে একটু ভুল আছে. So you will see that actually you will not be able to get this term. This becomes a third minus 442 তাহলে এটা this becomes minus 40. So you can't really solve this. But suppose it is plus 40. In fact, plus 40 also it will be difficult. Let us just assume it is 36. So in that case, 20 plus minus 6 by 2. So what will we get? We will either get 13 or we are going to get
7.
14, 7. Okay, so there's a slight error over here in this problem, but this is how we.
And why two values are coming, sir? মানে for the break কি যেন break even output level, sir, there should be one, but why two, sir? মানে
The equation is quadratic.
হ্যাঁ, sir.
If the cost function is like this and price is this, you will get two break-even points.
আচ্ছা, okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Okay, now this is a slightly tougher problem, but it's very useful because it will help you to draw the indifference curve. Suppose y is strictly quasi-concave. Okay. Okay, this means that if x is going up, the value of y will go up, but if x goes up, the value of y will come down. So there are four cases like this. This is the first case. Now, in order to answer this question, you have to use the definition of quasi-concavity or convexity using the better set verse of concepts. Okay. So, what does quasi-concavity implies? What is the relevant definition of quasi-concavity? It implies that the better set be is a convex set. Okay? Now I'm going to discuss the first case, then I'm going to ask one of you to discuss the second case. Okay, now let us take a point like A. Okay. So we increase x1. Okay. So from A, how are we moving? X2 is constant. So this is A1. So we increase x1 and move to A2. Where will be the position of x2? A2.
So I
What?
guess it will be above A1.
Right side.
So right side to
Start.
A1.
So it will be at the right side.
So parallel to the x-axis.
Okay, so one is this, and Tamang is suggesting this point. What happens if you move up like this?
Sir, x2 is increasing in that case,
The
but
x2 changes.
X2 is increasing. So we are moving from A1 to A2. Okay. So what will happen to y in that case? Will y increase or will y decrease?
Sir, y will increase because sir, it is written sir y is increasing in x1 and here
Okay.
x1 is increasing, so y will also increase.
Okay. So is A2 on the level set?
It will no sir, because y is varying here.
Okay. And we move off the level set.
Yes sir.
So is this point better or worse?
Sir, better.
Right? So if you want to come back to the level set, what will we have to do? Now you cannot change x1, you can only change x2.
Sir, then we need to, as here y has increased, so to decrease the y, we need to increase x2 then.
Okay. We will reduce y, which implies that x2 will have to be increased. Right? And we move to A3. So the level set will pass through A1 and A3. Right? Now you can have three situations. The level set can be like this, it can be like this, or it can be like this. Okay. Which one will the set be?
Sir, we will choose the left one. Uh, sir, the leftmost one, which we have drawn, sir. I think that one may help us.
Why?
Sir,
Okay, let us take.
I thought, sir, I just made an assumption. Actually, the indifference curve is like that, so I thought it may be
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
let us suppose it is like this. So this is a level set. Which is the better of set? Which is the worse of set? This is better off or is this worse off?
So I guess that is better. No, sir.
If it is better, we move from here to here. Is A2 better or is A2 worse?
Better.
So yes, this is suppose A1. Which will be the better of side?
So this side,
What is this?
like so
The
right side.
So this is the better of set.
So, but we're not touching that in that curve.
Better set will be off the curve. This is the level set.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is the, if this is the better of set, tell me, is the better of set convex? See, what does
No, sir,
quasi-concavity
concave.
implies?
Concave, too. The better of set is here concave, sir.
Yeah, if I take 2 points like
Yes,
this,
sir, it is concave.
so can this be the shape of the function?
Yes, sir. No. Sorry, sir. This one can't be
So,
that.
it's the right one.
The right
The
one,
right
right
one.
one.
Okay, now let us just check this once. So this is the better of set. Now is it convex? It is a convex set. Right. Okay, so uh, see, linear is simply the strict or weak. Okay. Because it is strictly concave, quasi-concave, the linearity is ruled out. You can only have one or two. It can be of only of two types. Okay. Now, y equal to fx is I'm just putting strictly quasi-concave. So this implies the better set is convex. So over here, this implies that y equal to fx will be of the second type, this type. So it is concave from below. Okay. Okay. Write it down, then I'll give you the second problem. Have you written it down? May I move to the next slide? Next problem?
Yes, sir. You might move, sir.
Yes, sir.
হয়ে গেছে তো সবার? Okay. Oh, finished off the pages. So again, this is strictly quasi-concave.
Sir, this time we will be increasing x2.
Y is decreasing in both x1 and x2. Sorry, I made a mistake. This will be. So what is the level set? So please walk me through the solution. If y is strictly quasi-concave, then what does it imply? What is the definition of strict quasi-concavity?
Sir, strictly quasi-concavity, sir, the definition is, sir, f of theta u plus 1 minus theta v
No,
is
we can't use that part. That will not help us. I'm using a different definition based on the better set and worse set.
Sir, then strictly quasi-concave means, sir, then beta set must be convex, sir. It's strictly convex, sir. Sorry, sir. It's strictly convex.
Okay. So let us take a point A1. Okay. So then what do we do?
Sir, x1 and x2 both are decreasing. It means the point will be somewhere below a1.
Which point?
Below a1 to the left.
No, which point?
So we can give that point as A2.
Okay, so what is A2? Where will A2 be? How will I move?
So
I'm at
it'll
A1,
move
So bottom left
towards the
bottom
origin.
left.
is towards the origin.
Okay, why? What is A2?
Sir, A2 is what's a part of the what set, because, sir, it is written y is decreasing in x1 and x2, and, sir, A2 is lower in terms of x1 and both x1 and x2 with respect to A1. So I think it is a part of the what set.
এখানে see over here how have I moved it? Don't try to solve it very fast. Just change one variable at a time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so what will you change over here?
X1 first.
Yeah, we can start by x1. Yeah.
So we increase x1 to move to a2. So increase x means we are moving to over here. x1 has gone up. What will happen to y?
Sir, y will decrease, sir. Sir, I have told the wrong thing last time, sir. Yes, sir, y will decrease now.
Y will fall.
Yes, sir.
So we are at a better set or worse set?
Worse set.
The
Yes,
worse
sir.
set.
Worse set.
So how can I come back to the level set?
Sir, y has decreased here, so we need to increase the y. Then, sir, for that reason, we need to decrease x
So we need to decrease x1.
x2. Because by
And
decreasing
x2,
x2, we can
x2,
increase
yes.
the y.
Okay, so that means I have to come over here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I return to the level set. This is A2. So the level set will be like this. Okay, but I don't know whether it, see, because it is strictly quasi-concave, it cannot be linear. It will either be,
Convex or
It must
concave.
have
Like
a
this or
curvature.
like-
Yeah,
yeah,
sir.
it will have a curvature. Okay. Acha. Now, remember that this is the this A2 is the Warsaw set, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
that means the Warsaw
Yes, sir.
set is at the top of the. If I have a level set like this, Warsaw set is over here. Okay. This has to be, and therefore, where will the better of set be? If any point over here is worse off,
So below
Maybe-
the level
The
set.
below one is the better of one, sir.
exactly.
Yeah, sir, this part.
Okay. So if Warsaw set is above level curve, better set will be below.
Below level.
Okay. What is the nature of this better of set?
Sir, concave.
What is the definition? Look at the definition. Y is strictly quasi-concave. This implies
B must be concave, strictly concave, convex.
okay, so this or this. কোনটা হবে? Better of set will be this or this.
Sir, the right one, sir.
Right
No,
one.
no, no, sir. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. Right one, no. Left one only. Left one. Sorry, sir.
Sir, the below one, left one. Better one.
Yeah. So this is the better of set. So if you look at the shape, it will be concave from below. This will be concave from below. Okay.
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা।
Sir, can you show the page just once? Yeah, sir. Just wait for 2 seconds, sir. Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So we are considering a consumer and his utility is a function of two commodities, X and Y. X is, let us say, chicken sandwich and Y is fish sandwich. Okay. Now, the person likes chicken. So therefore, if he's given a chicken sandwich, he becomes very happy. But he doesn't like fish. Let us say he's allergic towards fish. So if you give him fish sandwich, he will have an allergic reaction. And in that case, what will happen to utility?
It's
It
a
will fall, sir.
decrease.
So negative utility, but dissatisfaction will be there.
So in this case, utility increases. In this case, utility decreases. Okay. Now suppose U is strictly quasi-convex. You have to draw the indifference curve.
So,
Yes.
so let's do this as the last topic for today. It's Isaac meaning.
Yeah, this is the last question. I won't give you any more.
Yes,
But
sir.
you have to solve it before going.
Sir, can you wait, sir? I am solving actually.
হ্যাঁ, তুমি স্টেপস গুলো বলো তাহলে সুবিধা হবে. Tell me the steps we can.
Yes, sir. First, I made a curve, sir. Okay, curve. So sorry, sir. Not a curve. I just made the axis, x and y axis. So then I have taken a point A1 as you were doing. And now, sir, here u is increasing with x. First we may increase the u by increasing x, that is going to the towards right. Yeah,
You will.
u will increase here because he likes chicken and utility will increase, so yeah, u increases with x to A2. And now the person has
This is a
allergic-
better set or worse set?
better set, sir, better set.
Okay, then
Sir, we need to decrease the u in order to bring it back to the level set. In that case, sir, we need to give the person some doses of fish sandwich. That is, we need to increase the y in that case. Then the u will certainly decrease.
But he's allergic to fish.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling. We need to give him some doses of fish to decrease the utility.
Okay. Okay. So it will be a positively sloped curve.
Yes, sir.
Then
So then it is told that কি বলেছে এটা? কি বলেছে?
quasi-concave.
Quasi convex, right? It is told strictly quasi convex. Then the beta set must be concave.
Better set.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beta set must be strictly concave, sir. Because
What
U
is the definition of quasi-convexity?
sir, quasi concavity. Yes, sir.
এখানটা দেখো।
Oh, acha, acha. What set is a concave set? Oh, sorry, sir. Actually, I got a bit confused. Yes, sir. What set is a concave?
So this is the better of set. You actually need a worse of set. Actually,
Oh, yes, sir.
yeah. Actually, it's better if you keep that in mind when you're drawing it. So it would have been better if you had gone for an increase in fish first. If you had
Yes,
moved up
sir.
like this. But anyway, if we have a positively sloped curve, this is the better set. Where is the worse of set?
Sir, above.
This will be the worse of set.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this set has to be W has to be strictly
So strictly concave.
it has to be strictly convex
Oh,
or concave.
sorry, sir.
Sir, better of set should be concave, strictly concave.
Yeah, but okay. So in that case, how will the curve look like? If it is strictly convex, this or this? This is it. So if it is like this and I connect these 2 points, they are lying outside the set. Right? But if I take them, take this, whichever 2 points I take, they're always going to lie within the verse of set.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir,
Ah,
one thing,
yes.
sir, sir, the page which you have shown, I mean the slide which you have shown just a few minutes ago, sir, there it was written, sir, the convexity means the worst set must be, sir, concave set, sir. Is that, yeah, here, sir.
সরি এখানে আমার একটু ভুল হয়ে গেছে না তাহলে আমার এখানটা একটু সরি দেয়ার ইজ আ মিস্টেক ওভার হিয়ার a function is quasi convex if W is a convex set. Sorry, আমি ওটা চেঞ্জ সরি আমার এইখানটা একটু ভুল মানে I just copied the sentences actually. I forgot to change it. I forgot to change it. Okay. Okay, so this is the correct definition. The verse of set is a convex set.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Actually, I was a bit confused regarding this.
No, take it. Just my mistake. So verse of set is convex. Okay. So convex means it will be a function like this. We call this convex from below. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so chicken sandwich, fish sandwich. I'm sure that you are very hungry.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to end at this point. Thank you very much.
Sir, just a moment, sir. Sir, just a moment.
हाँ.
I will take a pic, sir.
No, ठीक है, लिखे ना. There's no hurry.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have taken. Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you don't use Google Chrome?
No, Firefox. Firefox is better.